Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, my name is Donovan Smith, and for this video, it's going to be a pretty big announcement. The first announcement being our official rebrand is here, which you've probably already seen if you're watching this video, as it's our profile pictures and our banner pictures and stuff, and there'll be a little bit more coming later in this video where you'll get to see kind of that new stuff. So what is Hidden Order Athletics? It's not just a YouTube channel, but it's a training business. So we want to train athletes in football and basketball. The goal of Hidden Order Athletics is to help every one of its athletes to improve and become the best they can be. There isn't a lot of opportunities in South Dakota for stuff like this, and it has caused our athletes in this area to become overlooked when going to the next level, when considered the competition. And we really want to change that. We want to give every person an opportunity to get better, whether you are just a beginner, whether you're looking to get to the college level, whatever it is. We want to be able to help you to improve South Dakota athletics on a whole, to really put it on a map as this is a place where athletics should be taken serious. If you're in the athletic community, you know, right? These bigger states are looked at as better competition, better players. That's just not the case. We have some really great athletes here, and we just want to give an opportunity for these athletes to be able to improve and show that they can compete with anyone else from anywhere. Yeah, that's kind of our goal. That's the reasoning behind it. And so we're going to get into looking at our website and kind of how you can get started if that's something you're interested in. If you are a football player or a basketball player, boy or girl, if you want to spend some time with our coaches on getting better at your sport during the off season, during season, whatever it is, I'll take you to our website. We'll kind of walk through it, show you what we offer, and then if you want to schedule something, you can give me a call. So let's get over to the website. So now that we're at the website, if you want to look at the website yourself, hiddenorderathletics.com. Just type that in, search it. This page should come up. So when we're on this page, here's our slogan, Forge in the Darkness for the Brightest Moments. What are you doing when no one's watching? That's the key in life and in sports. You do stuff by yourself in order to get better so that when it becomes a game time and everyone's actually watching, you are prepared for that moment. And that's what we want our athletes to get to. So the services we provide. So I kind of talked about it, the skills training, that one-on-one, right, getting you better. We'll also be doing clinics mainly during the summer. This summer, we won't have a full slate of clinics, but we're hoping to have a couple just so that you can try them out, kind of get a feel of it, so that next summer we can really get into a lot of our clinics and really help a lot of people get better. Personal training, the weight room aspect of athletics will be coming at a later date. We still want to work closely with athletes in order to do the plyometrics, the weight training and stuff, just to make sure that if it's not something you're doing, it's something that you get into doing because it is very important. But it's not something we currently offer as in a weight room of our own. We're hoping that that can come in the near future. And then summer teams. This summer is kind of late in the game, but next summer we're hoping to have AAU basketball teams for boys and girls, while also having a 7-on-7 football team. These are just great opportunities to get competitive reps at the sport you're playing. It's great to do the skills training, it's great to do the drills, but nothing beats having an opportunity to go out there and use the skills you just learned in a competitive setting to prepare yourself for your regular season, whenever that may be. So a little bit about us. Our athletic training facility, we sculpt champions from potential. Through cutting-edge techniques, personalized programs, we empower individuals to unlock their full athletic prowess and conquer their goals. Like we said, whether you are right on the verge of trying to go to college and you're just trying to get as good as you can, or you're a beginner at this sport, whether you're young and you're just starting this sport at a competitive level, or Maybe you got into the game late and you just want to start trying it and you're a freshman or something. That really doesn't matter to us. Everyone has potential and we want to tap into that potential and help you maximize it the best way that you can. Down at the bottom of our page is the contact information. If you want to reach out, there will be a little bit more contact, easier to get to, but if you just scroll to the bottom, this is the first place you can find it, and all of our social medias are down in the corner. We want you to follow those because we still are making content. It's not just the one-on-one training. There will be plenty of content along with the podcast, training videos, drill videos. There will be a whole lot offered on these social media, so it's important that you follow them. Go to the top, the contact. Go to the contact page. This is where our contact information is again. But if you just put in your name, your email, and then your message, whether you have a question for us, whether you're interested in some training, you can leave your phone number if that's how you want us to contact us in this message box, whatever. I will get an email and then we can get back to you. So there's a couple different ways that you could contact us, whether you can reach out, you can put your name in here and then we can reach out to you. It's whatever is easiest for you. So what exactly do we offer in our skills training? So we have a couple different options. We have our one-on-one skills training. One-on-one means that it is the athlete working with the coach by themselves. It's either in football or basketball, whichever you prefer, and it's once a week. The goal is to focus on strengthening your personal skills. So every plan is going to be designed for that one athlete. If you have let's talk in terms of basketball players. If you're a post player, your training is going to be specialized more on your play in the post versus a guard's training. And at that same level, if you're a guard and you come to us and you want to do a program of skills training, but you say, I really want to focus on getting my shot better this summer, then we will tailor that plan to focus more on becoming an improved shooter. Same with anything like defense, ball handling, anything you can think of. If there's one specific aspect of your game you want to get better, we can fine-tune that training to focus on that. If not, we can, if you say, I just want to know what you think I need to get better at, we can sit down, look through that, and kind of come up with a plan, or we can just do an all-around training program, right? Everything will be different for every person. And to that same extent, maybe your first 4 weeks, we're focused on something else, and then the next 4 weeks, you want to change to focusing on defense, right? Your first 4 was shooting, now maybe the next 4, you want to get a little bit better at defense. It is for you. We are there to help you get better. And I think that's really great because a lot of the times some of these training programs, they're very generic. They're very just kind of blanket drills where they may not help a specific person with something that they are struggling with, where there's something better that that person could be doing with their time. So we have a couple different options. 4 weeks, so pretty much a month. 8 weeks, 2 months, and then 12 weeks, 3 months. It's split up that way just for kind of the structuring and the convenience, right? The summertime is usually 2 months, so if you wanted to get into a 2-month, you could do that. If you wanted to maximize your savings, right? Because the extended, they're at a discounted rate, so if you just plan on training all year long, you can just do the 12-week rotation, and then it saves you a little bit of money. Maybe you want to try it out, or like I said, you just want to take a little bit of time to learn how to become a better shooter. So you do a quick program. Everything is, we're trying to give you the most options to help you what works best for you. The next thing is the small group training. The small group training, it says 3 to 5, but that counts you. So technically the group would be 4 to 6 athletes plus one of our coaches. This is a little different because one-on-one, it's you and the coach, where this adds in a little bit more people. It can be people that you want there, so you can reach out to your teammates, to your friends, and get a group together of people you know. We can provide a couple small groups of just anybody that wants to get into a small group. We can kind of put one together. It's structured the same for training, But what a small group does is it allows you to unlock a couple more drills, work on more different techniques that require more people. If you want to learn how to become better in the pick and roll, whether it's the roller, the ball handler, the defender, it's kind of hard to do that by yourself or just with one coach. So this small group really allows you to work on those systematic fundamentals of your sport in a group setting. And then it also allows to do a little bit of competing, a little bit more fast-paced stuff that we talked about that you get when you're doing the summer team. When you are in a group of 6, doing a little bit of 3v3 drills, working on specific concepts, allows you to get that competition a little bit more throughout the summer than just a couple weekends, right? You get to do it in your small group, in your summer teams, with your schools, if your schools have programs that, open gyms, stuff like that. This one does only have one option. It is only a 2-month or an 8-week program. Just because to get those people together, we want it to be structured. We don't want it to be too long. We don't want it to be too short. We like that 2-month where we can really get, or that 8-week program where we can really get a schedule together for that group and that we feel is comfortable enough to get things done properly. Our last thing is the prep program. This thing is pretty special and it stands out a little bit from the others. The prep program is for high schoolers and college athletes that want to work closely with our coaches specifically for getting to that next level. So for a college athlete, you could be a D3 or an NAIA athlete and your hope is to get to the D1 level. Or you're a high schooler and you want to get to college, or you want to get to a specific level at college. This really focuses on getting you to that point, right? The other ones are focused on just getting you better and getting you maximized on your potential, where this one adds more to that in sense of we are focused on trying to get you to that next level. So what does it come with? You still get your skills training just like those other programs, right? Because the only way you're getting to that level is if you get better at what you're trying to do. So focusing on your skills, along with that is personal training. That weight room, that plyometrics, becoming a better athlete is so important and is a big difference in all these levels. The level between NAIA and D2 is majority of the time not skill, but your athletic ability. So that is one of the most important parts of getting to that next level, is becoming a better athlete. So we want to provide a program that allows you to do that. The next is film study. Becoming mentally smarter in your sport is huge. If you are the smartest on the football field or the smartest on the basketball court, that makes the game 1000% easier. So sitting down with a coach and studying film, learning how to watch film first of all, and then being able to have someone to pick their brain or maybe see something that you don't see really just allows an in-depth film study that you can get more out of than you can by yourself. And then personal brand building. 80% probably now of getting to college, getting recruited and stuff like that is personal brand building, putting yourself out there on Twitter, on social medias, learning how to make a highlight reel. A lot of it is trying to, market yourself to these college coaches and show why you should be on that team. And I don't know how many high schools really focus on that, right? It's not something that is normally taught. It's not something that you really learn in life. So as a high schooler, if you're trying to do that on your own, it can become difficult. It can become overwhelming. So our coaches are here to really show you through that process. Our coaches have been through that. Our coaches have helped people through that. So we've already been there, done that. We know the rights and the wrongs of this process. To be in your corner and to be able to show you that before you make mistakes or before you miss out on an opportunity that you really should have taken, we'll be there to help you through that and to really maximize this process because it is quick. It flies by, whether you think it does or not. Your senior year will be right around the corner and you'll be looking at your offers and your opportunities, and you could have had more, or you could have had more if you did it the proper way. and you just don't know that. So it's really important. Some people don't consider it, but if you ask any college coach, a lot of it is personal brand building. Is this person worth recruiting is what college coaches are looking at, and you have to make sure that they know you are. So the other thing we'll talk about, well, real quick. So if you're interested, if you just hit this contact to book us, it'll take you to the contact us page. Again, you can just call me, email me, or you can put in your information and a message on what you're looking at, and then I can reach out to you. Go back here, we go to our clinics. Real quick, we'll just talk about this. Nothing is scheduled yet. We're talking to a couple schools about hosting some clinics. And then once that information is out, that'll come out on your social medias. That's why it's also important to follow our social medias, is for updates like this when these clinics are coming out. So our basketball clinics are the 4 different types: our post clinic, guard clinic, shooting clinic, and defense clinic. In our post clinic, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're working on your post game. If you are a big and you want to get better, whether it's in the pick and roll, setting screens, defending the post, playing help side defense, getting rebounds, scoring in the paint, all of that will be focused on in the post clinic. In our guard clinics, it's focused on the guarding the ball, dribbling, playmaking, reading defenses, really making those plays from the outside, driving into the paint, finishing over bigs, stuff like that. Our shooting clinic is focused completely on jump shooting, getting better, whether it's from the mid-range or from the 3-point, getting better at shooting. It's a very specific clinic where the post and the guard are more general based on those 2 positions. Same with the defense clinic, just on the flip side. The defense, you're getting better at on-ball defense, off-ball defense, help side, all of that stuff. It is focused on no matter what position you are. All of those skills are important, and really honing in on those. A lot of basketball coaches say it doesn't matter how good you are on offense. If you can't guard someone, you can't get playing time. So this is probably the most important clinic of all of them. Next is the football clinics, quarterback clinics. Specifically focus on quarterback. Quarterback is one of the most complex positions in all of sports. So having an opportunity to learn the fundamentals completely by yourself, surrounded by other quarterbacks necessarily, not other positions, is really huge, and a lot of people love them. I've talked to a couple quarterbacks before that have done some outside of this area, and it's really helped their game. So we want to provide it for every quarterback in this area. We don't want you to have to travel to another state or 4 hours to be able to get something important like this for your game. Tackling clinic is kind of like defense. Every person on the defensive side of the ball needs to be able to tackle. Whether you're a corner or you're a defensive lineman, you have to be able to tackle properly. So being able to work on that and just hone in on that ability so that when you're there, you never miss the play. A lot of big offensive plays happen because of missed tackles. So as a defensive player, you want to be able to eliminate that and be a sure-handed tackler. Skills clinic. Skills clinic is your skill positions, your DBs, your safeties, your linebackers, your running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. Those are your skill players, right? It's a lot like the guard versus the post. It's a more generalized, working on the pass game, the handoffs if you're a running back and a quarterback, learning those skill type things, just without the blocking. So, the lineman camp is this along the same lines, but you are just working on the blocking. You are the lineman, right? Tight ends can go to both of these. Running back can go to both of these. Linebackers can kind of go to both of these, because on the defensive side, you have your D-line and your linebackers, but they're both important for the run game. So there's a couple that transfer over to both of these. It just depends on what you're trying to learn. If you're trying to focus more on the run fits, if you're a defender, or the run blocking, and if you're running back reading the holes, then the lineman camp is for you. If you're focused more on getting better at your technique or your pass game, pass coverage, stuff like that, maybe the skills is more for you. Or you can go to both, that's for sure. It's just an opportunity to focus on different aspects of the game and really spend extended time in those areas. we were to combine all of them into the same camp, you get 20 minutes of each thing, where you get an hour and a half of one specific thing. And that really helps you. As a summertime, you're not preparing for a game, you're just preparing to get better. So those extended times are really huge in order to get better. All camps are 2 days. You get 1 day, 2 days. That's a little different than the training. Training is once a week. 2 days. The camps, there's different options. There's a 5th to 8th grade, and then 9th to 12th. This separation is really based off of what each grade needs to know. When you're in the 5th and 8th grade, you need to learn the fundamentals. You need to learn the basic skills of whatever sport you're playing. Then once you get to the 9th through 12th, you're learning more systematic, based on that sport, right? If I'm learning football and I'm in the 9th and 12th, I'm going to learn more advanced concepts, advanced keys, advanced techniques, because I've built off of those fundamentals. Where in the 5th and 8th grade, you need to build those fundamentals. If you start advanced, you're really going to struggle and your development can be hindered. So that's why those are split. That's about all I have in terms of information, in terms of going through the website. That's our website. Like I said, there's our social medias, our YouTube and stuff. If you come down here, click, it takes you to our website, or to our YouTube from our website. Here we got our videos of our podcast. Starting up, we're going to start doing more than just the podcast on here. We're going to start doing drills. We're going to start doing other topics, shorter videos. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out on here to make sure you subscribe. The one thing that I just remembered we didn't go through on the website is the store. Okay, the store is just a little thing to show your support, or if you like something on here, do buy it, right? Hidden Order is built for athletes who are prepared to do it all. The ones that will do whatever it takes to reach the mountaintop. Embracing that mindset and living every day battling to be the best is not for everyone, and that's why we decided to create a line of products that embodies that. We want our product to reflect athletes by always changing and improving to fit them best. So you can go through here. We have a couple things. It is very basic. A lot of it is just brand stuff, okay? If you want to support the brand, you can buy these. We try to keep them cheaper than your normal prices so that, you know, this isn't necessarily about the money making. It's about providing you with something that you can feel is your own, that you can really buy into this. If you want to be a Hidden Order athlete, then you should be able to get things that represent you, so that when people ask you, oh, well, what is Hidden Order Athletics? Then you can be proud in that, and that you can be saying, well, I'm spending time on getting myself better. So we wanted to provide things for you in that sense. So we have a couple things here. Basic, like I said, it is just the brand right now. What will be coming, this is the last thing, is we want to be able to provide collections of things. So outside of just the HOA stuff, we want to provide stuff that is actually useful to wear during training, and also that you enjoy wearing, that you find is cool or fashionable. So collections will be coming out of different things, of different styles and stuff. And the first one will be released when we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if that's something you're interested in, you want to see, I'm pretty excited. I think it's a pretty cool concept and pretty cool stuff. So share this YouTube, subscribe, tell your friends. If there's someone that you think would be interested in this type of stuff, you know, share it to them, provide it to them, even if it's something you're not interested in. Because again, this is for people looking to get better at their sport, get better, and really put themselves on the map as a player. But that's it. That's all I have for you. Check it out. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if you're interested. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this so we can hit that 100 and we can let out our first collection in our store.